Now let me move on to a subject that I personally was looking forward to tackling because it's fun to me. I'm just going to let you know that right now.
Let's get active.
Recently, media personality Joy Taylor of FS1 was speaking with co-host Taylor Rooks, the great Taylor Rooks, on their Too Personal podcast about what she wants in a man she would consider dating. And ladies and gentlemen, I must say, it was pretty interesting to hear. Take a look.
These hypotheticals have got us in a chokehold, and we must free ourselves. It's fun to argue about. It's fun to talk about what you would do in this scenario, or would you leave the game if the seats were high, or if a man took you this place on a first date, what you would do.
Cheesecake
and
Factory.
I'm telling you, like, every interaction that I have with people now, in some way or another, these things come up. Can we just keep it a buck?
Let's do that.
If they're fine enough, if they're funny enough, or if their financial status is what you want. Fine, funny, fucking money. You're throwing all boundaries, standards, all that shit you talked on Instagram about how you would never, and this woman ain't kicked because women this and men this, and you're moving forward with this person.
Look at Steven. Wait a minute. Before Steven pops up, the hilarious thing about what she's saying right here is a lot of what RP content tells men, right? Because notice how she said effing money. She didn't say effing fine or effing funny. She left the best for last, which was effing money. Oh, whatever happened to, what is your love language? Is it gifts, acts of service, and all this other bullshit? What happened to all of those talking points? Or have components of RP been right all along? And the components of RP that I'm specifically talking about is this idea of hypergamy. The idea that most women want to date up or marry up. And by dating or marrying up, it's biological in nature because it goes into the needs of protection and shelter. But she's stating right here what RP has been saying for a millennia now, and she's stating here with what is absolutely the truth. Women will throw away a lot of their standards for a dude that has a lot of effing money, the same way that a lot of dudes throw away their standards for a woman that's effing beautiful. It's just crazy to me that this is a story at all, but let's see what Stephen A. has to say about this.
And this woman ain't kicked because women this and men this, and you're moving forward with this person.
You look at Okay, Stephen, get active. He's getting up from the chair. Let's talk.
I had to get up out of my seat to address this particular topic. First things first. Joy Taylor and Taylor Rooks are both friends of mine. I don't ignore the fact that they are beautiful friends of mine because they both are gorgeous. But they're also highly reputable in this field, and two individuals I am proud to call contemporaries and colleagues in this business. They do a hell of a job, and that was long before they had their own podcast, Too Personal. So let's get that out the way. But I wanted to address my buddy Joy Taylor for what she said. Because what you said was, correct me if I'm wrong, let me read, I need my producers and my peeps in studio. What did she say? Funny? What were the three categories? Funny, fine, financial status. Last time I checked,
effing money.
She said, Joy Taylor, funny, okay, fine, fucking money. She didn't say money. There was a word that came before that.
Yeah.
Which I won't repeat again. That's 4 categories. That's not 3. Funny, fine, and financial are 3 categories.
Sure.
She said money and threw the F word in there before that.
That's still 3, though. It's just a lot of it.
That F word.
Okay.
Before money ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, it does.
It really, really, really does. Are you ladies willing to admit that?
Ooh.
This is not a question for myself. It's not a question for the fellas. Joy Taylor threw that out there while Taylor Rooks nodded in affirmation. So I'll throw this to the ladies out there. From everybody from corporate America to the shade room to the digital stratosphere to anywhere you choose. If you're a woman, I ask a simple question. Funny, fine, fucking money. That's 4 categories. You don't believe me? Let me play it for you again so you can see it for yourself. Go ahead, Greg.
Okay, because I don't believe you.
Fine, funny, fucking money. You're
That's 3.
throwing.
I'ma say it again. Stop it one more time. Greg,
Yo.
play it again so we make
All
sure
right.
they heard it correct. Hey,
Maybe I missed it.
I need to see it again.
All right.
Say it again.
If they're fine enough, if they're funny enough, or if their financial status is what you want. Fine, funny, fucking money.
That's 3. What are you
Joy
doing,
Taylor,
Steven?
highly reputable, highly respectable woman. Knows of how she speaks. Highly articulate, highly intelligent. I believe to be a star in this business, who will continue to be a star in this business, and so will Taylor Rooks. You think she threw out that word before money by accident? I was so proud of her. I got tears in my eyes. Hold on, get emotional. Because we hear so much from ladies. It's not just about that. It's about what's in the heart. It's about chemistry. It's about camaraderie. It's about a connection. It's about communication.
Right,
It's
yeah.
about all of these things. Nobody's denying that. But that operative word that Joy Taylor threw out there,
Okay.
allow me to educate y'all about something. If you're a man in a heterosexual relationship with a woman,
Sure.
and you can't make sure that that particular category is ironclad established, the fine, the funny, and in most cases, even the money won't matter. Because even with all of that, she gonna look elsewhere.
Oh, shit.
Big Daddy Kane once said it best. For every brother who won't, there's a neighbor who will. I get the job done. I work.
Yo,
Baby.
Steven.
I work.
Oh,
I work. Baby.
yo.
That is what Joy Taylor revealed to the world.
Who in the reincarnation of Kevin Samuels, the Stephen A. Smith, think that he is? Sometimes I feel like I'm going crazy when I get all this critique and feedback from your average, everyday modern feminists when I say things as to the importance of being financially fit when it comes to the type of women that you can access, as if we all can't just look at the everyday dynamics that we see happening. Let's not even say in person. Let's just say up on social media of average looking dudes with status or wealth attaining as well as retaining in some cases absolute baddies. The young woman said it, I believe her name was Joy Taylor, that a lot of women are willing to forego a lot of their standards because of their perception of the type of protection or financial foundation that that man has. But I think the sign of the modern times today is how she puts effing money instead of just saying money, because the pressure that is put on to men to be making a certain type of money before a woman may generally consider them is absolutely abhorrent. Our mothers and our grandmothers didn't have access to the degree of wealth or like access to these ballers, entertainers that a lot of these women have access to today via social media. But what they did have is that men that worked hard came back to take care of their families. But it's clear that in modern times today, especially when the media pushes so much capitalism down on to the youth, or this need to keep up with the Joneses. It puts undue needed stress upon the men, in my opinion. Now, does that mean that the men should not be working hard? No, it absolutely doesn't mean that. But it does mean that there's a lot of men that are flying abroad to escape these expectations. And there's going to be a lot of women that are not going to have any choices because while they want all these things, they incorrectly or unrealistically place themselves like calling themselves a 10 when they are damn near a 3 or a 4. Let's see what else he has to say and I'll finish my thoughts.
Something I always knew. I'm willing to bet the house Taylor Rooks do that. The fellas know that.
Yeah.
Most of you ladies know that. Are you willing to admit it?
Oh.
Joy Taylor, thank you so much for admitting this to the world one last time.
What you want? Fine, funny, fucking money.
Let's go to the tweets.
Yo, I still don't know what he's talking about when he's talking about a 4th category. That sounds like 3. And here's the thing, and I've always maintained this on my platform, is that I don't get mad at women's unrealistic standards and our expectations. It's completely their fault if they want unrealistic shit. But I always say to my fellas who want to be able to play in that game, if you don't find them early on in like college and she's down when you down and out, it's a tough game to play. Constantly having to bargain with women where you're trying to increase your game. You're trying to increase how you're talking to them, your masculinity, your financial fitness, so at least one day you can get effing money. While there's a culture that surrounds the women that tells them to be sexually liberated, go out, party in the club, because they pussy pink and they booty hole brown. But I'm starting to think Stephen A is red pill as shit. Let's listen to that part again.
Allow me to educate y'all about something. If you're a man in a heterosexual relationship with a woman and you can't make sure that that particular category is ironclad established, the fine, the funny, and in most cases, even the money won't matter. Because even with all of that, she gonna look elsewhere.
Upon further review, I'm gonna have to remove Stephen A. Smith's KS card because I think what he's trying to say is that it's a Freudian slip, as if fucking is separate, which would have been the 4th category. So you can have those 3, but not fucking, and then she's gonna turn and look elsewhere. While I think he's interpreting it incorrectly, I still think that he's not wrong. Because really, truly, what this question is to me is that why won't women pick a Russell Wilson first, but instead will go through 5 futures before deciding to settle down? Sierra got lucky, but there's a lot of women that are aging, beautiful, aging, and still extremely single. I'd argue way more than in the past. So you got to ask yourself, what's contributing to that? But listen, at the end of the day, I love the honesty of this conversation, but I will continue to believe as long as you have the effing money and maybe somewhat funny, right? You got like a little bit of game, then all of a sudden you're going to magically become fine. Questions, comments, concerns. Y'all already know what to do. Mediocre tutorials and reviews at gmail.com. Guys, let me know your comments down below. Let's get active and I will see you guys soon. Until next time, YouTube. Peace.